Girls and boys, welcome to today's Foundations lesson. We are starting Unit 7. This is the biggest unit of the year. It's huge. It's going to take us a while to get through it, and we're going to repeat a lot of things just to make sure everything makes sense and is clear. So I mentioned this Unit 7 is very big. We have a lot of trick words. There are 9 of them. Yes, I know that's a lot. But today I'm only going to give you 3. So make sure you have a piece of paper. Your name is on it. And you're going to write all of these words twice, just like we always do. Your first word is change. Change. You should change your shirt because you have ketchup and mustard all over it. Change. Okay, and here it is. The next word is large. She ordered a small milkshake. I ordered a large. Okay, let's have a look at it. And your last one is 8, like the number 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, and here it is. Very tricky, right? Now, some of these are trick words because we haven't learned the rule for them yet. They look strange to us. So make sure you practice these words, okay? And you So boys and girls, the letter Y, when it's a consonant, makes the y sound like yesterday, yes, year, yellow, and things like that. But Y is sometimes a vowel also. That's why when we say the vowels, we say A, E, I, O, U, and sometimes Y. When it makes a Y sound, it's not a vowel, it's a consonant. But when we mix it with vowels like AY to make day and pay and say, or EY to say key, monkey, and turkey, or OY to say toy and joy and ploy, it's a vowel. It's also sometimes the only vowel in a word. When we have one syllable words that end in Y, it makes a long I sound. Let me show you what I mean. Why, fly, try, buy. Now this buy is not, oh mommy, could you please buy me some cookies? This is next to, like, oh, she lives by the bakery. So we have buy, cry, my, pry, dry, shy. Look at all of these. They're all one syllable words that end with Y, and they make the I sound. So here's another way of making the long I sound. So if we have a word like fry, we're going to put an I over it to remind us that it makes a long I sound here because Y can make other sounds as well. Now let's take a look at something else that happens with Y. When it's in a two-syllable word, like this one, happy. We don't say happy, we say happy. When we have two-syllable words that end in Y, it now usually sounds like an E. So we have happy, sloppy, cloudy, jumpy. We don't say happy, sloppy, cloudy, jumpy. Okay, so Y can also sound like a long E. Okay, we have bumpy and daily and quickly. So here's the word rainy. Okay, rain is a base word. We add Y to the end of it, and this time we're going to put a long E over it when we mark it, not a long I. Okay, the difference is that these words have two syllables. the words that I showed you on the previous screen, like cry, why, fry, and fly, were all one-syllable words. Well, that explains the why, and we'll be talking about that letter a lot more later. Now I want to talk to you about a new kind of syllable. So let's take a look at this word, go, and this one, got. Well, what's different? The O sounds different. In the first one, the O is saying its name, go. But on the right side, there's a T blocking the O. And instead of saying go, we say got. Here we have buy, like bicycle, and bit. Here we have me, and on the right we have met. Next we have hoe, and there we have hop. And look at these ones here on the left. They all end in vowels, and they all end in long vowels. O, I, E. We call these open syllables. On the right side, we have something that we've been doing since the beginning of the year. The closed syllables. There's a consonant there, and the vowels are short. So let's take a look at these words. We'll start with the one on the right. Hit is one syllable, and that's a short I. So we put a brev above it, and we put a C there for closed, because that T is like a closed door. But now, on the left side, we have the word high. It's one syllable. Now the I is long. And boys and girls, allow me to introduce you to the open syllable. There it is. So now open syllables will be marked with an O. Okay? There you go. That's your new one. So if you had a word, let's say, like remote, like a remote control or something like that, and we'll talk more about this later, here's how you would mark it. We've got re. Okay, so you can see that E is long, and there's an O there for an open syllable. And mote is a V underscore E syllable. Okay, we're going to talk much more about marking. Oops, that was a mistake. We'll talk much more about marking later. But today, the thing I want you to remember is that we use O to mark open syllables. Okay, let's move on. So I know there was a lot to learn today. We talked about the letter Y, and many of these things we already know how to read, but we've got to learn the rules also because they'll help us spell longer words. So now let's see if you can spell these words. Your first one is acorn. Acorn. The squirrel found a big acorn. Now listen carefully. A corn. A is an open syllable. Okay, do you have it? Okay, get ready to write it again. Acorn. Now I've made the A red to show you that that's the open syllable. Okay, it's A and then corn. Your next word is me. Like, hey, are you looking at me? Okay, and I think everybody has this. Hopefully you've got it written down, and please write it again. There it is. Now that whole word is read because that's an open syllable. Me, it's not meh. Your next one, listen carefully, is hotel. Hotel. They stayed at a very nice hotel. Hotel. Okay, and let's get ready to write it again. Okay, and ho is an open syllable. Ho, tell. And that's a closed syllable. Okay, your next word is one that we've heard before in our reading class, lingo. Lingo means the special words or the technical words. Lingo. Okay, and here it is. Okay, so go. That O is long, so that's the open syllable. Okay, your next one is flu. Oh, you've got to wash your hands with lots of soap and warm water so that you don't catch the flu. Here it is. Okay, your next word is cry. Cry. Well, it's a one-syllable word and it ends with an I sound. How are you going to spell it? Here it is. The next one is a little tricky because it's a word we don't use very often. The word is pupil. Pupil. One of the meanings of the word pupil is student. Pupil. And here's your hint. Pu is an open syllable, which means it's going to end with a vowel. Okay, here it is. Pupil. So the first syllable is pu, pu, and pull is the closed syllable. The next one is stormy. Stormy. Oh, it was a very stormy night. Okay, here it is. Storm is a base word, and Y is an open syllable by itself there at the end, and it sounds like a long E. Stormy. And one more word, rainy. Rainy. Oh, it's been such a rainy morning. Rainy. If you know how to spell rain, you've got this. And there it is. Okay? Don't worry if you don't fully understand the open syllables, but because we're going to practice them a lot more. But I want you to get used to seeing these and spelling these words. We're going to have so many of them just like them. Okay. And you can do a little bit of extra practice on a rainy day. All right, boys and girls, and that's it for today. I know we covered a lot. We talked about how Y is used to make a long E and a long I sound, and we finally learned the open syllable. That's it for today. Good luck with your worksheets and have a wonderful day. See you tomorrow. The end.